Witness the greatness.
Ready to witness the greatness.
Everybody, welcome YouTubers. It's another episode right here. This is the
Honeymooners.
And yeah, another episode. As you know, this is Umjolo, and yeah, for those who have joined us recently, my name is Tsepang. You can find me on socials as Young Tsepang, and the beautiful lady next to me.
I'm Tavi Singh, and you can find me on all social media as Yogi_Tavi. And we're here. If you're new, welcome. We'll be calling you Moonerz. And yeah, today, Gigamujolo.
Yeah, today Game Jolo, as you know, every Wednesday we're all about Umjolo. So, what's the topic for today? What are we talking about?
We're talking about compatibilities and boundaries. What's the meaning of it and perception in all those things? Like, obviously, disclaimer, this is our all personal experiences and our personal opinions from our personal experiences. So everything we're going to say here, it's from us. Ne, do not shoot us, but would love for you to comment down below. And also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Please click that subscribe button right now and like, comment, and share with everybody. So yeah, we're gonna talk about compatibility and boundaries in relationships. So
I think before we get into it, kind of what inspired the topic, if maybe we may get a bit of context on how we got to be here to be talking about boundaries, because we see topics all the time, study relationships, especially out there, whether it's social media or seeing people as examples. Do you still remember?
I don't. Do you?
I think I don't. Hence the reason why I was asking. But it's fine. I think we didn't able to pick it from the New Year's Day. But yeah, so boundaries and umjolo.
Yeah.
As in, like, how do you let your partner know where
The boundaries are high, yes. Because at the end of the day, rajola, aranyala, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like even in marriage there should be boundaries, but that's besides the point. But there's certain things that, you know, if you feel like your partner is stepping on your foot, like who feel uncomfortable if they're doing something that you don't want them to do, that's like basically how do you set the boundaries and in a kind way, you know. Like let's say, let me give you an example about us, you know. We have a problem like uh, you have a certain kind of schedule that you follow. When I wake up early, I have to do this and that, and you set a boundary. I'm saying this is what I'm doing, like whether you like it or not, because I don't like it, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you waking up and watching news. You know I don't like that, but you set a boundary. I'm doing that, you know. This is what I do, you know. And obviously I have to respect that boundary. That's who you are. That's how you grew up. Like it's all first thing in the morning, I want to watch news, and that's how I am, you know. Well, not because you want to do your own things, like you want to meditate. That's you. Do not impose your beliefs or your ways on me, because this is how I get up and go, you know. And that's an example of, you know, setting a boundary towards your partner.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's actually can be a difficult time, like one, especially in terms of topic, whereby you ask yourself, now, do you accept your partner for the way they are?
Yes.
Or are you now going to also try to incorporate something that is new and different, hoping that they'll be able to understand your point, where you may be coming from?
That's where compatibility comes in. That's where, like, when you see yourself or you are stepping on somebody's foot and you're not understanding that you are stepping on somebody's foot, or in that point yo, this is not how I'm seeing my life, you know. And this is like you cut the cards, you're like, I won't live like this.
Yeah, it's a deal breaker.
Yeah, it's a deal breaker. That's where you see how you're not compatible with that person. That's when you see how, okay, this is a deal breaker for me. Nna ke rate motho a ka lebella ditaba in the morning. I know it can be like silly to some people, but there's so many things that people find like deal breakers.
Actually, people like what they like. And of course, somebody may find the other one weird to be saying, oh, you do this. Ojata matika cheme, you know. But if they enjoy it, then where do you draw the line to be saying that no, it's not supposed to be done like this? Actually, it's supposed to be done this way. You grew up doing it that way, but now where do you now set, I don't know, the change to be saying that okay, I'm in a relationship with you, and because of I want to be with you, and at the very same time be able to do what I want to do. How do I match the two? You know,
Yes, yes.
because kamkobu and vele, that's what lead to compatibility. Basically, you're gonna have to like the same things. You're gonna have to have same attributes in order to be on the same path or same goals.
But also, you have to understand that, guys. We have to understand that we shouldn't like the same things all the time.
No,
Like,
it cannot be that we like the same things all the time.
we cannot do that. I know when we get our own house, and I'll have my room and do my quiet things when I wake up in the morning, because that's how I find peace in going forward in my morning, and that's how you find peace in going forward in the morning. Like, we shouldn't, like I said, impose our own things on other people. Like, it's okay to have differences. That's what keeps the relationship going, honestly. Like, hore wena ha o rate se, nna ke rata se, and we clashing on that. We can, I feel like if you guys can see it over, like you can oversee it, or we can work over this, then obviously that's a compatibility, or really compatible. Like, but not everything can be merged.
Nah, not everything.
Sometimes people have to leave their own characteristics or their
Comfort
own
zones.
comfort zone to be in somebody's comfort zone. Do you
But
know
I
that?
guess probably that's the reason why some people are single. It's because of the sacrifices that are needed in order to be a relationship. A lot of people will be like, hey, I have to do this now. I'd rather be single, you
Yeah.
know? Or maybe that's the reason why me and so fell out of a relationship. It's because they chose a certain path and I chose another path. And for us to join those paths, like one has to sacrifice.
Yes, yes.
But now I guess my question is, you know, how far is too far? You know, because I guess the main topic to be saying that now how do you know that, hey, okay, you can cross a line, that's fine. You can cross this line, it's fine. But now how do I say that, hey, you see here, I feel like, hey, we've come to, you know, a sort of disagreement, misunderstandings, or hey, you see, you're not aware that you're actually very far, but you're thinking that
That's when you set your boundary. If you feel like, the question that your question is how far is too far. If it comes to your mind, then that means it's too far for you. That means you've reached your limit, and that's when you sit down with your partner for, okay, I cannot do this. You know, I cannot go ahead with this kind of thing that you don't like, you know. And that's when you set the boundaries. If your partner receives it well, that means hore no, your partner understands, so hore, okay, this is how I'll maneuver, this is how I'll do things, because my partner said he doesn't like this and that. Mara, otherwise, if wait in this thing, the minute you think about it, that means hore, whatever you're thinking about, it's true. You know, it's your feeling. Like, trust your gut, trust that feeling. Do not ignore it. I don't know if that makes sense.
yeah,
Have you ever felt that way?
an instinct.
No, like, this is too far. I'm doing this too much for me.
Of course,
And when was that?
this morning.
Guys, I also felt that way, by the way.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
being in a relationship is very hard. It comes with a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, when growing up, you'd hear a whole lot of terms about it. Love is pain, and you'd be like, but if love is pronounced as something that is so beautiful, why does it come with pain? But it's only when you later get to understand, after years or after months, later on, after the honeymoon phase, that's when you get to see, oh, this is the pain that they were speaking about. Or maybe even divorcees as people who would tell you that, oh, after the love, actually, that's when the pain came. I believe in my understanding that it's the sacrifice for you to be holding the wheel and be making sure that it's rolling, it's always on point. That's the pain.
Okay, I didn't know that, but I don't know if I totally agree with what you said.
What about you? You feel like there's sacrifices in you sacrificing in the relationship
Of course, I am. Like in so many ways.
to
In
a
so
point
many
that
ways.
instinct how you feel or yeah.
Yeah, there's a point where I felt like I'm doing too much.
When
You
was
know?
that?
I don't think I want to share that here.
Now you don't
Like,
have to give us the details, but maybe just
there
background.
was this one time, I think last year, umathomo wa ngwaga, I felt like I was doing too much, for you, to a point where I felt like I think I'm losing my mind, And by that time, you needed me most. Yes.
Okay.
But because you just realize, or dude, you're not married, you're not like you have a choice to be like, let me just step out, or where even not last year, like in 2020, I think 2025, that 2022, late 2022, you know, that when you do something and you like constantly say, or you're doing too much for this person, and yeah, that's what I could give you, like a bit of what happened. You realize it, and then you take a step back. Also, you speak to a friend or somebody you're like, this is happening, and they also make you aware. If you're feeling this way, that means it's true.
So I
Like,
guess it's it's important also in Umjolo to be selfish, like to
yes,
keep to yourself.
yeah, keep to
Maybe
yourself.
that's a
As
way.
much as you building partnership, you're building a future together. It's important to remember your individualism. That's why there's boundaries. Did I say it right? Individuality. But there is individualism. Ne?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a word like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
So, but that's when you remember her. That's when, because in a relationship, you shouldn't keep a relationship and you are losing yourself. But like, that's why you have to set boundaries. Like, when you find yourself losing yourself or losing interest in the things that you love, then that means hore, there's
You're giving too much.
Yeah, you're giving too much. Mara, sometimes it couldn't be. It might not be about the relationship. It might be about you. Like, when you are in a space where you are not in a great space, and it's not about the other person. There's so much the other person can do also.
I guess the individual is at stake. It's the one that's suffering.
It's the one
at that
suffering, and
moment.
it's not because of the other person. Because at the end of the day, we have to take accountabilities of our own lives. Right? As much as, yes, you're in a relationship and things are going on, Mara, I mean, right now you put in the work. Like, at the end of the day, the relationship, if we are well, it's not you we know Lily too. There's something that this other person did and you also did one color. So yeah, like, compatibility is when you question yourselves too much. Like, I feel like when you question yourself, okay, it's normal to question yourself, like we do in life, like in careers, especially all the right place and the right time, you still question yourself.
No, get anxiety.
Yeah. But
gets
I feel like
everybody.
in our gut feeling, we know for no, this person is not right for me.
Mm.
Like we feel it deep within her, man, this person is not compatible for me, especially if you have been with the person for like months or a year or 2 years. Even in our situation, we've been here in for years. Mara, if my gut feeling says we are like, let's take a step back, we're not doing this anymore, then you should trust your gut feeling. As much as it's hard, the hardest things that we do are the ones that
Matter the most.
yeah, the ones that matters the most, the ones that helps us grow. So I don't know, what do you think about what I just said?
No, actually, you are right. You are right. I guess to add on that, also lenako ya tsamaya. If you now in Umjolo with somebody who karong feel or you're not compatible with, you're incompatible basically. Like, what are you in it for then? Like, what's the whole point of you seeing that person? Because that would mean that you probably string somebody along with, I guess, ill intentions.
Like not, I feel like not relationships shouldn't just feel comfortable, they should feel safe. If at the end of the day you feel safe with that person and there's some form of peace that you feel at the end of the day that I fought with this person, I don't like certain things that this person did to me, but I wouldn't trade this person for anything, and you feel like that every single day at the end of the day, then that's somebody you should like love, like be with, that's how I see compatibility. Like, and somebody, and ke motho o re le ena wa o naganela dilo tse bjalo, man. Yeah, so yeah, that's how I see
Definitely.
compatibility. I don't know, how do you see compatibility, like at the end of the day, like
Yeah, no, to draw it, compatibility would be hutwana. I want to gel together, to be in the same frequency. Sakura, all the time you guys are rubbing off each other in the wrong way. Clearly, you can tell that maybe it's taking too much out of you to be in that relationship. I guess also I believe in star signs. So Moody star signing, they do speak a lot about symbols, fire symbols, there are water symbols, there are animals symbols. So sometimes you being in the right symbol with your symbol, sometimes it could be a plus for your relationships to be helping or let's yeah, so it's something I ratang ho checkang, especially as you know, vele horoscope say diaka day by day, and I believe also
and
with
the
maintaining the relationships. I actually do.
you do. Oh,
Yeah.
you haven't been updating me recently.
Yeah. You want update?
How would you used to update me?
Yeah.
Oh, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sure. No, I'll do that.
Hey guys, it's when I get you. But anyway, thank you for watching until this far. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with everybody who wants to talk about Umjolo, who wants to learn more about Umjolo. We hear about educating each other. We hear about learning also. Please comment down below. What do you think boundaries are? How do you feel about boundaries in a relationship? Do you feel like we shouldn't set boundaries in a relationship? We should be like in each other's, stepping each other's food.
No, definitely. I'm sure they do want to set boundaries, but I guess my question is, how far is too far, and are your boundaries deal breakers?
Yes.
Are you somebody who's willing to let go of your boundaries just for the sake of letting the relationship flourish or continue, or are you somebody who's like, no, I feel like they stepped into the red zone, and for that, probably that's the reason why you're single, because I know I have a friend, oh, she did this. That's the reason why we're no longer together.
There's so many people who do that now. Yeah.
I know it's like not to really bash my 2K, but most of my 2K babialo. That's the reason why I think
House and regularly flowers every week. Cut off.
Most of them are single because of that. It's because of the boundaries they also set, remembering that one of most their world perception, their self-perception is based off social media.
Yes.
Not all of them, but they are a generation that grew up seeing that, oh, the world is actually bigger and it's a global village. I can easily go to US tomorrow. While my 90 didn't grow up like that, probably could be the differences between the way they view relationships. Apparently, the numbers here, Manyalo, has been on a decline. So you ask yourself, for now, are we going to be seeing the same stats here, Manyalo, or Atloketse, especially looking at the fact that my 2000 on 25 years, late 2000. So are they going to get married? Are they looking at Umjolo for marriage? And if not, like, where is their compatibility? Where is their boundaries? Or are they looking at love in a point where
it has to be all rosy?
Go Thailand.
Oh yeah, of course. If you think like that, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, but let us know what's your thought.
Yeah, and also like what how do you find a compatible partner? What's compatibility to you? I mean, like no, this person's have you ever let go of somebody you felt like this person is compatible for me? Like there's people who let go of such people, because of certain reasons we don't know. But have you ever let go of somebody because of certain reasons that you had, but they were compatible? Like, let us know in the comment section. Let's chat. We'd love to hear your stories. And thank you for watching until this far. We love you, Moonerz. And yeah.
Please follow us. You can find me at Young Tsepang on all socials. And yeah, at Yogi_Ntabi.
Yes.
Also on all socials except X. And yeah, it's the _honeymooners0. That's TikTok. The _honeymooners on Instagram.
Okay.
For now, we out.
This is some visionary shit. Been trying to film pleasure with my eyes wide shut, but it keeps on moving. I blame it on a model bra with the Hollywood smile.